I don't want to live in a city that I can't trust the police officers.
A Utah woman claiming she was wrongfully arrested after she called police for help. Good evening. Thanks for watching 2 News at 10. A Davis County woman claiming police violated her civil rights when they handcuffed her and patted her down after a traffic accident.
The woman says she called 911 after she was hurt in a car accident, but ended up being wrongfully arrested and searched. Christina Flores live with more on the story for us. And Christina, if this woman was the victim of a crash, why did the officer end up arresting her?
Well, the officer here at the Layton Police Department said she showed signs of being DUI, but Amanda Houghton says blood tests showed that she was clean. She says she was just very shaken up after a car accident.
Don't touch me! I can search you, and that's what I'm doing.
This is police video of the day Amanda Houghton was arrested for DUI by Layton Police.
I was shocked. Who arrests a sober person for a DUI?
Amanda says the search of her body
Can I ask what that is? Yes, your eyes.
should not have happened either.
I felt violated.
It was July 25th. Amanda Houghton was at a stoplight in Layton when she was rear-ended by another driver and called 911 for help. One of the officers was suspicious about her behavior and gave Amanda a field sobriety test, which she failed. Her husband says she wasn't drunk or high.
She had a bruise on her leg, she had a bruise on her foot. I mean, she was just in a car accident where both cars are, I believe, are totaled.
The officer arrested her for DUI.
And your balance is really poor.
Because I'm in shock, I'm shaking.
You have some other physical characteristics which are indicative of a controlled substance.
The officer then searched Amanda around her chest.
It may have caught her off guard that she was going to be searched. But she was under arrest, and that's standard practice. Anytime somebody gets arrested, they're going to be searched.
Lieutenant Travis Lyman says even though blood tests later showed that Amanda had no drugs or alcohol in her system, the arrest was by the book.
I understand the standard of probable cause that he reached.
Amanda's attorney disagrees.
I think what this amounted to was an unconstitutional search of a woman without a necessity to do it.
The next time I think I need help, I probably will think twice about calling the police.
Even though the 2 sets of blood tests showed Amanda was clean, the city of Layton has not dropped that DUI charge yet.
She has a court hearing next month where she will ask the judge to drop the charges. Aside from that, she has pursued legal action against Layton City.
Video, innocent woman calls 911 after an accident, cop shows up, sexually assaults and arrests her. By Matt Agarist, October 13, 2016. Layton, Utah. On July 25, 2016, Amanda Houghton was hit from behind in her vehicle by another motorist, so she called 911 for help. However, help was the last thing she would receive. Instead, she was sexually assaulted and falsely arrested. After the accident, Houghton was naturally shaken up as she'd just been hit by a car traveling at 30 miles per hour as she was sitting still. Her car was totaled. Instead of realizing that Houghton could be in a mild state of shock, Officer G. Schitzman mistook her nervousness for intoxication. Again, instead of providing the help Houghton called for, Schitzman began to treat her as a criminal. According to KUTV, a police report by Officer G. Schitzman indicates Amanda exhibited odd behavior and gave short, quick answers to questions, and she was speaking rapidly. Amanda was unable to stand still and seemed to be making jerky movements when he came into contact with her. Schitzman, who just knew that this innocent woman was a dangerous criminal, issued a field sobriety test. Houghton failed the field sobriety test, but this is common, especially among those who've just been in a dramatic accident. Advertisement. Houghton was then placed in handcuffs and arrested for DUI. I was shocked. Who arrests a sober person for DUI, she said. After being falsely accused of DUI and placed in handcuffs, Schitzman began to grope his victim. In the video, we can clearly see Schitzman prodding at the innocent woman's breasts. When Houghton pulls away in a natural reaction to being sexually assaulted, Schitzman yanks her around like a rag doll. This pulling away by Houghton would later lead to a charge of resisting arrest. Read more. Power tripping NYPD cop tells man, your First Amendment ends right here. In Police State USA, pulling away from your armed captor who's groping your private parts is a punishable offense. Don't touch me, says Houghton after this cop fondled her breasts. I can search you, says Schitzman, asserting his state-granted power to legally sexually assault women in the name of falsely arresting them. Naturally, the police department is standing behind their officer's decision to grope Houghton too. Lieutenant Travis Lyman said his officer did the arrest by the book and had reasonable suspicion that Amanda was DUI. He said the search around her breasts is taught in the police academy. Male officers do it when a female officer is not around, according to KUTV. That's standard practice. Anytime someone gets arrested they are going to be searched, he said. However, police had no reason to arrest her. After being kidnapped by the armed man who previously sexually assaulted her, Houghton was given a blood test by police. No drugs or alcohol were found in her system. Just for good measure, Houghton was brought to the hospital and given a second blood test also negative. Houghton has since retained counsel and is pursuing legal action against her aggressors. In spite of the blood test showing this cop had no reason to arrest her, the city is refusing to drop the charges. Jonathan Nish, Houghton's criminal defense attorney, is pushing for the charges to be dropped. I don't believe they should have administered the field sobriety tests at all in this case, he said. Houghton also retained another attorney to help her seek legal action. Attorney Robert Sykes, who has put the city of Layton on notice that they are seeking legal action, said the officer had no basis for the DUI suspicion in the first place, and the search of her person was a violation of Houghton's constitutional rights. Read more. What I don't like about life in the American police state. I think this amounted to an unconstitutional search of a woman without a necessity to do so, he said. As you watch the video below, remember that this woman had committed no crime. She had harmed no one. And, she was the one who called the police for help.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done... Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
I'll enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time, we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month. Oh my God. Yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.